This is Carl at PanelRV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Salem Platinum Edition travel trailer. And the model number is 29 BDBX. Okay, so this is a how-to video. It's not a floor plan video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. Okay, so first of all, you have the quick drop jacks on them, which basically drop into place, and then you tighten them up, snug them up with the 3/4 inch crank. So it just makes it a lot quicker to set them up. This is your water heater. Okay, so this water heater works on both gas and electric. Right here you can see there's a switch down here. Hopefully you can see that okay. On and off switch. That controls the electric heating element that's behind that cover. So you always want to remember that that switch is there. Then you have a gas burner, the switch to operate it's inside. And of course this is your drain plug. It's also an anode rod, but it's right there. It takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket to remove it. Right now this water heater is empty because it's winterized. So keep that in mind. Never run the water heater without water in it. So anytime you drain it, make sure you refill it before you use it, okay? Alright, I'll show you the switches when we get inside. You have a power awning with LED strip, adjustable steps. This is the fill for your fresh water tank right here. So the most common way to get water to the trailer obviously is through the city water hookup. But if you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water, you can pre-fill this tank. You can use the water pump to pump the water. I'll show you where the switch is for the water pump also when we get inside. But all the plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping from your tank. Okay. This is power here, obviously, and that's a TV signal out. You have speakers. This is your exhaust for your furnace. Now here is a quick connect here for the sprayer. There's a water sprayer that comes with it. It connects right there. Now you have your griddle behind here. I just wanted, before I drop the door down, I want to show you that there's a quick connect fitting right here for the LP system. So you have to plug the griddle in before you can use it. So this comes out like this. There is a, exactly where it's at this moment, but in the trailer there is a there's a LP quick connect hose that hooks to here, and the other end hooks to that quick connect under the trailer. Okay, so you have that. And then of course your refrigerator here. I'll point out the hose to you when I see it. It's probably inside. Also over stand here, this is the vent for the range hood. This has a baffle in it. If you're venting to the outside, you need to reach up here and flip this baffle open so it flaps freely. So it vents to the outside. Otherwise, when you're traveling or in storage, you just keep it snapped shut. But when you're venting to the outside, you want that flapping freely. Pass-through storage. Let's see here. This crank here is for your quick drop stabilizers, right? This smaller one here is for the power tongue jack. So if the power tongue jack happens to fail, I mean you have a light on it here, and then of course it's powered. But if it ever happens to fail, you can pull this rubber plug out of the top. You can put the crank on there and crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble. I'll show you the other stuff when we get to the other side here. You have 2 LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. The tanks are full. You have a deep cycle marine battery, brand new. This is the kill switch for your battery. So if you ever want to just shut the battery off, you can shut it off right there. Okay, so this is the hose for the griddle. This piece, this quick connect goes to the back of the griddle itself, and then this other end connects to the quick connect under the trailer. This is your shore cord here, 30 amp, 30 foot. This is your sprayer here, that goes with a quick connect port. This is a reducer to reduce your 30 amp plug down to a 20 if you need to plug it in at home for some reason. This is a dump hose. And this, you can't see it very well, and there's not a light here. But this is your solar controller. So the solar controller, you just use this top button here basically. But the solar controller will tell you how many amps you're gaining from the sun and are being stored in the battery. It'll tell you the voltage of the system, that sort of thing. And it also tells you how charged the battery is over here. But this is the main button over here. 13.7 volts. Right now we're not gaining any amps here. We're 0.0 amps right now, if you can see that, but that's because we're inside. When we take it out, that'll change. You do it again, and that's amp hours. That's how many amp hours are in storage. So it gives you 3 different readouts. Voltage in the 12 volt system, amp gain from the sun, and amp hours of storage. Okay? We'll talk to you more about that as we go through it. But the main thing is, the only thing to keep an eye on is if it starts flashing, it'll flash FUL and on and off, and none of the buttons will respond. If it does that, it's not broke. It's just telling you that it's full, that there's no more room for storage in the battery. So it's clicked off the panel till the amperage drops in the battery. Once that happens, it'll go right back to the normal 3 different readouts. But remember, if it says FUL and it's flashing, it's just telling you that it's totally topped off. There's no more room for storage. Okay? Okay. Alright, so as we go, here are this one is your gray tank valve. It's toilet water and waste, of course, and then your gray sink and shower water. Your slide room right here. There's another gray tank in this one. Well, actually there's 2 black tanks in this one. So this is the second black tank here. Okay. This is just a shop cord here. This is where your shore cord will hook up. So here we have city water hookup right here. Most typical, common way to get water to the trailer. This is a black tank flush here. So after you dump your black tank, you can screw the hose on there at the dump station, turn it on, and it'll spray out your tank. Just make sure you got to leave the black tank valve open when you do that. This is a cable and satellite through right here. Okay. This housing tells us it's pre-wired for a backup camera. It's also got a hookup for a telescoping Lippert ladder if you want to add something like that on. And also when we're looking up here, you have to remember that you need to inspect your roof every 60 to 90 days. Just to make sure there's no cracking or separation in any of the sealant. Make sure there's no damage done to the roof by low branches, let's say. Road debris flying up there. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless you look. So somebody needs to check it out to make sure you're in good shape. You're kind of protecting your investment there, okay? All right. Light dimmer. All right. So the water pump is right here. I told you can use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank. You also use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right there. There's the fault light there. Remember I told you there's a switch on the lower left hand corner on the outside that controls the electric heating element. These are lights, of course. Your slide out here. When you hear the ratcheting sound, that means it's all the way out. You just take your finger off the button. It'll ratchet going out and coming in. That just keeps it from overextending. Right there. And of course this is for your power awning here. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in or it'll get damaged by the weather. And then of course your levels, freshwater tank's empty, your battery is charged, Black 1 and black 2 are both empty, and gray 1 and gray 2. So you have 2 black tanks and 2 gray tanks. Black tank here is for, let me do it this way. The black tank here, let me get this straight so I can give you the correct information here. One of the black tanks is for the sink and bathroom sink and shower, and the gray tanks for the sink and shower, and the black tanks for this toilet. The other one is for sink and shower water, and then this toilet. So that's why you have 2 black tanks. Alrighty. This is your sound system. This comes with a remote. It has a FM radio, no AM. It has FM radio. It has USB drive here, HDMI in here in case you want to go into the system with like a Blu-ray player or something. You have 2 speaker zones, A and B, or 1 and 2 I should say. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. You have Bluetooth, so you got a lot of different options with it. This is your backer plate for your television if you want to add one. This is just some storage compartment back here. Also, you access the hose to draw the antifreeze into the system when you're winterizing is behind this panel here also. Your TV wires will come through here and hook up to here, right? You always want this green light to be glowing. You can shut it off, but you want it on. It's telling you your digital antenna is on, so you want that. This is just telling us that this is pre-wired for a campground Wi-Fi or public Wi-Fi signal booster. So if you go to kingconnect.com, it'll show you the options for the pre-wired kits, and you could, for example, get the most common one. It would have an antenna, and there's a hookup for the antenna on the roof, and then a router would hook up here. So you would have an antenna and a router. It just gives your family better Wi-Fi, stronger signal, that sort of thing. So if you have a family that uses a lot of Wi-Fi like they all do, that's a good option. All right, let me look around here just for 1 second so I can see where everything's at here. I didn't prep this one, so I have to look around a bit. Okay. All right. The fireplace is also a space heater. So you can see, let's do it here. It says 00. Whoops, I just lost it. 00, low, and high. That's the fan speed. Right now it's really kicking out. But it has a timer on it. You can change the appearance of the flames, that sort of thing. But it's a really good space heater, runs on 110 AC. Okay. Now while I'm here, this is the power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. So you can see on the AC side you got regular 110 AC circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. So this is kind of the distribution panel here. Then the electricity is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. This is also a battery tender, so when you're plugged in, it's going to be sending 12 volts to your battery to keep it charged. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will be sending 12 volts to your battery to charge it. And your solar panel, depending on the weather outside, will always be charging your battery also. Okay, as long as it's daylight and there's some, it's not too cloudy. So that's the power converter. Your microwave works like any other microwave. This is a range hood vent with a light. I told you about running the fan. If you want to vent to the outside, you got to open that baffle outside. There's the light. Of course, your range. You have these three center knobs are for the 3 burners. This one is the sparker to spark it, and then this one's for the oven. But it just goes like that. It's very simple. The oven is a little bit different. There's a pilot light all the way at the bottom back there. So you're just going to go to the knob and you go to the picture of the flame, and then you depress it, You spark it till it lights down here. Once it lights, you hold it for another 10 or 15 seconds for the thermocouple to heat up. Then you go to operating temperature and you're all set. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You have a light there and an oven light there. Always travel with this closed. Okay. So you can drop this table, put it on the cleats below, and you can turn this into a bed. You also can pull this piece out and put it in over here. There's a lot of configurations. This couch jackknives flat, so there's another bed. So there's really two beds here. You have two bunks, obviously, and then your bedroom over here. Bed and bathroom. Let me just look around, make sure I didn't forget anything out here for you. I think we're good. The thermostat is easy. You just hit the mode bar, and then you just keep hitting it to go through all the different options. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet works like every RV toilet. You have to have chemical and water in it to use it. So after you hook up at the campground, hook up your power and your water, you come in here, you put a dose of chemical in the bowl, and you'll step on the pedal and hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the black tank below along with the chemical, then you're ready to use it. Never use this less than a gallon of water. You can use more if you want. Okay. That's a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI, so always keep that in mind. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Oh, there's the switch there. Okay, so the bedroom, you have storage here, which is having a closet that size in a travel trailer is always a good thing. You have hookups here for your TV and a backing plate here, so you could put a bracket so you can see the TV when you're laying down. This is your emergency window here. This works like that. Pull out the screen with that red tab and you can escape in an emergency. You have a little bit of storage under here. Okay. Okay. So I think that covers it. Let me look around a little bit. Okay. So right now this is winterized. So first of all, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Remember that first of all, every 60 to 90 days you want to inspect your roof. It should be part of your regular maintenance. That just protects your investment. You can't see what's happening on the roof unless you look, so it's important to check it out. Also, right now this is winterized, so the water's been purged from the system and replaced with antifreeze, and the water heater is empty and is bypassed right now. So when it comes time to do your camping, you got to change all that around. Remember, never run the water heater without water in the tank. That's very important, of course. So, okay, thank you very much.